What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and today is January 5th, or 1-5 day, especially in the 1-5 Council District, which includes Harbor City, San Pedro, Watts, Wilmington, and Harbor Gateway. These are 5 beloved and often overlooked communities that are tied together perfectly, like a shoe. In fact, they're tied together by a shoestring. What? How did that happen? Let's get into it. So first, let's talk about this so-called shoestring. In the late 19th century, Los Angeles had grand ambitions of being a world-class metropolis and thus needed a permanent seaport. Various areas were under consideration to be LA's first true seaport, including Redondo Beach and Santa Monica. Ultimately, though, San Pedro was officially chosen as the site of the new harbor on March 1st, 1897. So Los Angeles said, hey, we'll just annex San Pedro. But there was an issue. California law stipulated that land annexed by a city had to be physically connected to that city. So city leaders came up with an idea called consolidation. They would annex Wilmington and San Pedro and connect them to the southern point of Los Angeles with a narrow strip of land, only a half a mile wide in some instances. There was a fierce debate and a series of votes, but the city of Los Angeles ended up annexing the shoestring of land and connected Los Angeles to the northern border of Wilmington. And by 1909, the consolidation was complete as Los Angeles was connected with Wilmington and San Pedro. So what about the 1-5 Council District 15? Well, the district was created in 1925 when a new city charter was passed and has pretty much remained the same despite redistricting and gerrymandering elsewhere. Harbor Gateway is now the official name of the shoestring strip, which for decades didn't have a formal name as it was sparsely populated. By World War II, the southern end became an industrial center while the north remained semi-rural. Residential demand continued in the north through the 1980s when Harbor Gateway was officially named Harbor Gateway, and it became one of the most diverse areas in the city, which it remains to this day. Just south of Harbor Gateway is Harbor City, where you'll find Ken Malloy Harbor Regional Park, the third largest park in Los Angeles, which features Machado Lake, a dedicated city wildlife sanctuary. Machado Lake is where LA's celebrity alligator Reggie lived for 2 years before he was finally captured and relocated to the LA Zoo. Harbor City is a great mix of urban and suburban, with families and young professionals enjoying the restaurants, coffee shops, and of course the parks. If you take the beautiful Vincent Thomas Bridge, you'll end up in San Pedro, the bottom of the shoestring, and a vibrant, very interesting community. Pedro's always been a fascinating place as it drew immigrants from Croatia, Portugal, Japan, Greece, Ireland, and Italy, and at one point was home to the largest cannery in the world. That's right, the headquarters of Starkist Tuna. It's also home to LA's historic Little Italy, the Korean Friendship Bell, Sunken City, and of course, the Port of Los Angeles, the busiest port in North America. The 1-5 is also home to Wilmington, which was created by a decree of Abraham Lincoln in 1861 at the beginning of the Civil War, who approved Phineas Banning and Benjamin Wilson giving the federal government 60 acres of land to build drum barracks to protect the Los Angeles harbor from Confederate attack. Today, it's home to the third largest oil field in North America, as well as the first Wiener Schnitzel. And it's a fun, underrated community with a lot of culture. North of the shoestring, you'll find Watts, which was incorporated in 1907, and by 1912 was considered the most promising suburban community in the county. As Watts developed, racially restrictive covenants prevented African Americans from living in many other neighborhoods. And the Second Great Migration brought tens of thousands of African American migrants who left segregated southern towns and states in search of better opportunities in California and Los Angeles. It was around this time that Simon Rodia created one of the most unique and outstanding works of art created by hand over the course of 33 years and still stands as a monument to the community of Watts, the Watts Towers. So these are the 5 communities that make up Council District 15, or the 1-5. That's what Councilman Tim McOsker likes to say, and that's why he calls it 1-5 Day, one of the most stable districts in Los Angeles, tied together by a shoestring. All right, LA, it's been a minute.